Previously on Arcus Woodworking. I had an awesome idea to add a boom arm to my workstation. This will help me keep a bunch of crap out of my way. So I ripped down some strips of pine. I used said strips to build the most lightweight frame possible. And then I over-engineered a ridiculously strong hinge to connect two arms together to make one very long bendy arm. Then it came time to hang on the wall, and although my hinge was quite strong, the frame itself was twisting under the weight of arm number 2. So I was forced to admit defeat, and let's see if we can fix this issue. Welcome back, everybody. Before I get too far into the build, I want to let you know that there are build plans available down in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy the video. Okay, so now I'm rebuilding the actual brace that connects to the wall that that thing sits on top of. It's the part that has these guys. My original design, you saw I had to cut out this groove. That's because when it closed, the side of it butted up against this, and then it didn't close flat against the wall this way. So I've redone some measurements. I've ripped down some strips into, I think these are 2.5 inch, and I've cut these notches. So I'm gonna have these like this. I'll have these inset here. I'll cut this so it fits in between. So I'll cut it here, and then I'll glue this other piece on top. And then I have another strip that I can put underneath here, and that will help keep it flush against the wall. So a bit of a redesign, another piece that I'm having to completely redo, but it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact. It'll take up less room on the wall, and it should work better without giving up strength. So let's get to it. Okay, so I got this thing up and mounted. I connected the secondary arm, and as you guys saw, it did still have a little bit of a bow to the main section. So the only other thing I could think of is I've added a couple diagonal braces, and I'm probably gonna cut that part out because that's just me bringing it down, screwing them in, throwing it up, and then seeing that it still has that same amount. The only thing I could think of doing is reinforcing this side, which is the opposite side that the secondary arm goes on, and making that 2 sheets of plywood thick. And I think that that would be enough to where it wouldn't have the strength to twist as much. Or I could build the whole thing out of steel. However, neither of those are gonna be suitable for this shop. One, I'm trying to make this out of the wood that I have left over from a past project, and I don't feel like buying a new sheet of plywood for this. As far as the steel one goes, I don't have the time, I don't have the money to pour into something like that. This is supposed to be just a quick, simple solution to having hoses and cords dragging across my workbench when I'm working. Now, I did think in advance when I made this main section to begin with. I made it extra long in comparison to the last one that I made. So this actually does pull all the way out over my workbench. The secondary arm was something that I could have done away with, but I wanted to keep it because I wanted to attach a light to the bottom of it. I think I'm just gonna have to make do. It's not a very big shop. The lighting seems to be just fine. So we'll sand this guy down, we'll throw it up, we'll thread the dust collection through it, and we will have a very functional boom arm that will work just fine for what we need it for, and we don't need to be too extra. So let's get this sanded down, let's get it painted, and let's get it up on the wall. All right, friends, now that is it for today. I did have to take a little bit of a detour as far as the design goes, but really the second part that comes out, all that was gonna do was gonna bring one of these big lights closer to my work surface to help point out imperfections in sanding or in my finish. I did design this to be longer so that way if we ran into that issue, I could just get rid of it altogether, which is what we had to do. Now, if you wanna add something like this to your shop, the link down below for the plans will be available. So make sure you grab the build plans if you want to add one of these. Like and subscribe down below. Please make sure you like the video at least. That's going to help me reach a larger audience. Have a great day in the shop, guys. Stay safe, build cool things, and if you're on social media, those links are down below. Tag me in whatever you're building. I'd love to get some ideas. I'd love to see what you guys are working on, and I'll catch you guys next time.